All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the game today. Twin Bridges versus the St. Louis Rockets. Rockets have a fun-packed weekend today. They get to go on have a game tonight and then go on a trip tomorrow to Springfield and then return back. So it's going to be a weekend of hockey for them, a little bit of travel in between. Got Salmons and Benoit starting at defense. Downs, Hellwig, and Giorgio in at offense. Face-off back to Twin Bridges, but Giorgio's right there. Chases after it into the corner. Looks to get it back out to the winger. The Rockets lose the zone. Twin Bridges head the other way. Salmons is right there. He slows them down, but Twin Bridges still has it in his own shot. Shot from the point. It gets through somehow. 14:38 left in the first period here. Twin Bridges goes up 1-0. Salmons pushed the defender out of the way. They passed it back to the point. He hit a shot and got through. Good to see exactly how it bounced. Now Kai McGoughlin and Gross in on offense. Face off. Ends up in Gross's hands. He crosses it, throws it deep into the zone. Chases after it. Wagner and Follis in on defense. Back to Wagner at the point. He shoots it, bounces off the Twin Bridges in front of the net. Now Gross behind the net. Deflected back, and the Rockets lose the zone. Follis is chasing after it. And they're going to blow the whistle for icing with 14:06 left in the period. Gardner sends it back deep off the face-off win. Alexander chases after it, center pass, but it gets all the way through the middle of the zone. Gardner and Young chasing after it. Mormon steps up and stops the puck from going any further. Young now with it. He gets it, the puck gets stopped at the blue line there. Now it's out. Twin Bridges back the other way. They got one guy shot. And that's a goal by Twin Bridges. Shot from the left circle. I'm just going to give it Twin Bridges 2 goals now to the Rockets 0 goals. The Rockets change lines, bring in Ryleman.
Let's go Rockets! Get it back!
And Aikens on the face-off with Giorgio over there. Salmons in on defense with Benoit again. The Rockets' shot gets deflected out in front. Benoit sends it deep. Rockets behind the net. Center pass, but can't connect with it. Now Twin Bridges cuts it off the board. Salmons chases after it. He's got it. Passes over to Giorgio. Now Giorgio to Benoit. Rockets trying to kick it deep into the zone, but they're off sides before they can get it there. Now Hellwig in on center. Face-off controlled by Twin Bridges. Follis goes after him. Little check into the boards. Follis steps up, sends it over to Gross. Gross skates past the red line into the zone. He's looking to skate around some guys, looking to center it. Now Twin Bridges sends it all the way around, and Wagner can't quite hold the zone, but they're going to get him for icing on that one. Downs, Hellwig, and Gross on the line here today, on this line currently. Hellwig on the draw. Twin Bridges wins it back, but Wagner's there to send it deep. Now Gross. Twin Bridges kicks it out to the side of the boards. Gross again tries to center it. Gets hit in front by a couple Twin Bridges guys. Wagner tries to send it back in, but they lose his zone. Fallis now sends it across the ice. Downs heading after it. Now Hellwig couldn't get there before Twin Bridges sent themselves off sides with 11:56 left in the first period. Now Gardner Young on defense. Face-off controlled by Twin Bridges again. Then sent back over to Gardner, who flips it up to Alexander at the red line. Alexander sends it deep into the zone. Kai chases after. Twin Bridges with a check into the boards, no penalties. Now Twin Bridges behind the net. They send it up. Young's able to keep it inside the zone, and then the Rockets quickly lose it. Now McLaughlin's looking to get it across the ice, and he does over to Alexander. Twin Bridges right there, though. Alexander controls, and now to Kai. Kai loses it to Twin Bridges, heading across the red line now. Gets held up just a little bit, and they send it across the ice, where the Rockets are going to pick it up. Now the Rockets send it all the way to the other side of the ice. Twin Bridges holds it from going from an icing. Now Twin Bridges crosses their blue line. Salmons heads after it. Mormon touches it first for him. Now Salmon's behind the net. He's looking to pass it. He flips it up. Hand deflection by Twin Bridges. Now Twin Bridges from the point shot. And covered by Mormon. Blocked and covered by Mormon with 10:29 left in the first period. Rockets off to a slow start. They slowed it down just a little bit. See if they can continue to pass and get the puck into the zone and get some shots. Face off, controlled by the Rockets. Sent across to Gross. Gross has an angle there. Oh, but it gets pushed outside by Twin Bridges. Now the Rockets, Aikens shot, and right into the stomach of the goalie where he covers. Aikens on the face-off, sends it over to Gross. Gross is behind the net. He's looking to get a center pass. He sends it out to the point. Wagner sends it back deep to Gross. Gross centers it, but gets deflected out in front. Now Twin Bridges crosses the red line. Rockets have two guys there, now four, back checking. Wagner flips it up to Ryleman, but then back to Wagner. Wagner across the ice to Gross, who can't quite get a hold of it, but then Fallis sends it up and sends it all the way to their side. That's for an icing. 9:36. Face-off controlled by Twin Bridges. The Rockets get back a hold of it, though, and send it back into the neutral zone. Twin Bridges picks it up. Now Hellwig. He gets caught with his head down. Now Twin Bridges the other way. They got two guys. Gardner with a stop, pushes it outside. Now it passed up to Hellwig. And then the puck's kicked all the way down the other side of the ice. No icing. Now Hellwig in the corner. Back to Salmons at the point. Salmon sends it towards the net. Back to Hellwig again. Salmons pinches, gets a little bit of a check, sends the puck back over to Benoit, who sends it back into the neutral zone. Twin Bridges picks it up on their end. They pass up to the winger. Now Salmons sends it back the other way. Check, Hellwig's checked there into the boards. Now Twin Bridges across the zone. Salmons are right there. Shot by Twin Bridges goes wide left around the net. The Rockets try to send it across the zone, but Twin Bridges is right there. Intercepts it, goes up and gets a shot wide right though. Doesn't touch anybody. Now Mouth gets checked in the middle of the ice, almost at the blue line, really. Now Twin Bridges back at the puck. Now Fallis up to Kai. Kai enters the zone. Passes over to Giorgio, who passes over to McLaughlin. Back to Fallis at the point. He gets a shot off, but it kind of flounders up in front and picked up by Twin Bridges. Twin Bridges skates the other way back into the zone. Wagner's there to get the puck. Fallis now behind the net. Passes up to the winger. Twin Bridges sends the puck back deep. Giorgio with the pass to McLaughlin, who can't quite control it. Now the puck's out of the zone. Giorgio's going after. He's got a step here, and he gets kind of held up a little bit, but kind of gets a shot off. It's deflected out in front, and Twin Bridges heads back the other way across the red line. They flip it into the zone where Mormon's there to kind of slow it down. Puck sent all the way back to the other side of the ice where there's icing is called on the Rockets. Gardner and Young come in on defense. Jansen, Parrish. And Gross in on offense. Face off. Rockets get it, but back to Twin Bridges at the point. They send it deep. Jansen flips it into the zone. Now Parrish with a shot and a great save by the goalie. Good opportunity for Parrish there, but the goalie makes a good stop and covers. Face off, Parrish wins it, sends it over to Wagner. Wagner sends it, Gardner, sends it deep. Now Parrish behind the net, skates around, sends it to the point. Young there. Young, big monster shot, but gets deflected right in front by Twin Bridges. Twin Bridges tries to get a shot off. Gets deflected out in front. The Rockets are offsides on that. Parrish couldn't quite get back. Puck got held up at the blue line. 5:40 left in the first period. Alexander Downs, Salmons, Benoit. Shot from the left top of the circle, and it's glove saved by Mormon in a cover. Face-off controlled by the Rockets. Sent up the side of the boards by Salmons. Hand pass called on the play, I think. Kind of inadvertently hand passed it, I think. Puck comes outside the zone. Face-off, one to Salmons. Salmons flips it up to Alexander. Now Akins chases after it. And the Rockets lose zone. Salmons sends it in. That's offsides on the Rockets. It's hard to keep track of the puck right in front of the glass here. Face off back to Salmons again. Salmons steps up, sends it deep again, and then it leaves the zone. Now Benoit. Oh. Wow. I don't even know how to call that exactly. There's a bunch of stuff. Lots of shots now. Salmons blocks it with his knees. Alexander pops it up. It actually, puck leaves the zone. Twin Bridges chases after it. Rockets able to keep it in the zone. Twin Bridges' parents didn't like that check. Now Fallis with the puck behind the net. 4:20 left in the period. Up to Hellwig. Hellwig and Giorgio right there. Now Giorgio looks to reset just a little bit. And they're going to call that a check. It was kind of a reverse check into the boards. Rockets are going to get a power play now with 4:10 left. Wagner and Follison on defense. He's got Downs, Helwig, and Giorgio still in on offense. Minute 30 penalty now up on the clock. Face-off, won by the Rockets to Fallis. Fallis sends it towards Giorgio, and then Giorgio centers it. Gets deflected out in front. Now Twin Bridges heading back the other way. They get past. Not able to get a shot off though. Now Hellwig passes the center to Giorgio. Giorgio can't quite control it. Really wasn't the best pass. Norman slows it down from going behind the net. Twin Bridges from the point, and Giorgio steps up and blocks the shot. Almost gets a shot at going after, or almost gets a breakaway the other way. Good stick by Wagner. Now from the point, Twin Bridges shot. Deflected out in front by Mormon, and Fallis picks it up. Passes it to Giorgio, back to Hellwig. And now Fallis with the puck. Fallis has Giorgio right in front of the net. Now Giorgio picked up the puck. He sends it back to Young at the point. Young sends it towards the net, but it's deflected off the Twin Bridges goal. Twin Bridges defender who's now hustling back the other way. Shot goes in between Young's legs, I think, but ends up wide left. Twin Bridges is moving pretty fast right now. The Rockets look a little slow on their feet. Young with the pass to Akins, back to Gross. Gross skates up and then they take the puck away. Akins is heading after Twin Bridges. Big shot. Young deflects it. Now Young's heading the other way. Young makes a move and then loses the puck. Rockets still have it in the zone though. They center it. Twin Bridges deflects it out to the side. And the puck ends up dribbling back over towards the goalie, and he covers. Now Salmons and Benoit back in on defense. Face off one, back to Salmons. Salmons sends it in deep. Kai's there on the side of the board. Rockets leave the zone. Salmon's now with it. He sends it across the ice over to Gross, but it goes right past Gross, and Twin Bridges picks it up inside their zone. Gross chasing after him. Gross able to get a stick on it. Now Kai keeps it in the zone. Gross again with the puck, passes up to Kai. Puck behind the net for Twin Bridges to grab. McLaughlin in the corner there. And they're going to call Twin Bridges on a penalty, to kind of a cross-check on McLaughlin. and I never announced it, but the penalty was over so at some point during that exchange. So now the Rockets are going to go on another power play here with 1:32 left in the period. So this penalty will pretty much bring the period to an end. Parrish, Giorgio, face-off won by Parrish. Sent back to Benoit. Benoit sends it deep. Sam is now from the point. Oh, he tries to send it up to Downs, I think. Now Benoit sends the pass in to Parrish. Parrish centers it across to Giorgio. Giorgio back to Salmons. Salmons with a shot. Gets deflected out in front. Across the ice to Benoit, but the pass is intercepted. Now Twin Bridges is heading the other way. Salmons picks up some steam, looking to outlet the pass. Now he skates with it. Salmons across now to Jansen. Jansen passes it over to Giorgio, and they lose the zone. Back for Parrish to pick it up. He sends it over to Fallis. Fallis sends it on net, and that's barely. That was saved. Glove saved by the goalie, but that looked a little hairy. Nonetheless, glove save and covered by the goalie is going to give us a face-off. 18 seconds left in the first period. Aikens on the face-off. Now to Fallis. Fallis shoots it. Puck almost gets through. Now back to Fallis again. He winds up, shoots again. The Rockets had somebody right in front of the net. Another center pass, another shot. Shot by Aikens on that one, and it's again saved by the goalie and then covered. There's 3.5 seconds left. Aikens on the face-off. Face-off controlled by the Rockets. Alexander tries to flip it towards the net, and that'll end the period. Rahman, Aikens, and Alexander, Young, and Gardner in on the play at the start off the second period. Face off back to Gardner. He gets taken down or set on. Really pancaked. Ooh, Rockets pass it right across their net, but get lucky there. Now Young's trying to get there. Mormon tries to cover it, but the puck gets out away from him. Another center pass by the Twin Bridges. Young's right there. He sends it over to Alexander. Alexander sends it back the other way. Another center pass. Now Alexander. He can't quite get it out of the zone. Gardner's there. He flips it up. It bounces off the glass and gets into the zone to clear it. Twin Bridges regathers themselves. Passes up to the center line. Now Young. Young tries to pass to Rahman. Rahman goes right past Rahman. No icing. Twin Bridges behind their own net. Now Rahman tries to center it. Can't. Oh, and then the puck's sent back over towards Salmons, who can't hold the zone there. Salmons flips it back into the neutral zone. Flipped in. Hellwig flips it into the zone from there. Kind of a 1-2-3 pass there. Now Giorgio in the corner. He skates up, center pass, shot gets deflected left. Now Twin Bridges picks it up. They cross the blue line. They're moving fast. Salmons gets a body on it, but the body wasn't quite enough, and they get a shot off. It flips up and goes into the net behind Mormon. No line changes. Face off inside the Rockets zone. Face off won by kind of won by Hoeg, and then lost kind of right behind there. Now Twin Bridges has it, top of the right circle. They send it back to the point. He shoots. Salmon's almost put a stick on it, then decided not to, and it went into Mormon's glove for a cover. Face off, controlled by Twin Bridges. Hoeg tries to send it up the zone. Now at the point for Twin Bridges, he sends it towards the right side of the net. Benoit's right there. Now Twin Bridges behind the net. They have somebody right in front of the goal. Salmon sends into the neutral zone where Giorgio's right there. Giorgio's trying to, and he gets away from it. They're not calling any penalties on that. Shot from the point. Now Twin Bridges picks it up. Wagner steps up, pinches, and sends it back in. Hoeg after it. Now Twin Bridges picks it up behind the net. Hoeg skates after it. Needs to get it to Fallis at the point. Can't quite get there. Now Twin Bridges is skating back the other way. Fallis able to step over and slow the play down. Twin Bridges now on the left circle. Fallis skating with it. Tries to send it up to Downs, but ends up in the point. He sends it back around the net. Now Gross in on the play.
My nervous hands.
McLaughlin chases after it. 11:02 left in the period here. Gardner tries to hold the blue line, but didn't have much of a chance. Couldn't get there in time. Sends the puck right across the center of the net. Again, that's the second time they've done that. That's not going to pay off for them if they keep doing it. Now Young has it. Young skates around and then gets Twin Bridges gets a stick on it. And that's going to be offsides on the Rockets. Parrish now on the face-off with Alexander and Jansen in. Salmons and Benoit in on defense. Alexander grabs it with his hand, passes it to himself. Now he's going after it. He makes a move, gets it to Parrish, who couldn't quite, he gets a shot off, but it's deflected. Now Jansen sends it behind the net. Center pass. Oh, Benoit can't quite hold that line. Salmon sends it across the net to let everybody get, or across the boards to let everybody get on sides. Now shot from Alexander, and it hits off the glove and goes right in front. And the goalie covers with 9:53 left in the second period. Now Alexander battles for it in the corner. Him and Parrish Now Benoit sends it towards the center. Salmon steps up, sends it deep. Alexander goes after behind the net, but Twin Bridges beats him to it. They pass across the center of the ice. They kick it out of the zone into the neutral zone. Benoit's chasing after it. He sends it up the boards, but Twin Bridges is right there. Almost went off sides. Now they do. Offsides on Twin Bridges. Now face-off right in front of me here. Aikens with the face-off. He sends it back to Wagner, who sends it into the neutral zone. Giorgio's right there. Oh, and the Rockets lose the blue line, and then it's sent deep. And it was super close, but they went ahead and called it offsides on the Rockets. 9:09 left in the second period. Rockets down 2-0. They've definitely slowed down the pace from the first 2 goals that were scored in the first 3 or 4 minutes. Aikens wins the face-off. Giorgio waiting at the blue line as the puck enters the zone. Now centered by the Rockets by Aikens. Centered again. Puck's right in front. Rockets trying to get it through. Can't get a good quality shot off there. Now Wagner holds the line. Now Twin Bridges with the puck behind their own net. Aikens tries to stop him. Shot deflected off the front, and then another follow-up shot. It's deflected out in front again, and another shot. Aikens didn't hear the whistle blow, so he goes in to get a shot on the goalie after on a dead play gets a little push in front. Rockets with some good quality shots there. It looks like you can feel the momentum shifting just a little bit. Twin Bridges still has it, but it's starting to work the other way. Young and Gardner in on defense. Gross, Hellwig. Now Gross in front of the net. Makes a couple fancy moves, but can't quite get a shot off. Young now from the point shot. Right between the legs of Downs, I think it was. And then deflected off the goalie. Gross and Hellwood battling in the corner with Young right there, who gets up, steps up, and shoots it. Nice quick shot. Gets all the way to the net, and the goalie blocks it and covers it with 7:45 left in the second. The Rockets keep everybody in. Twin Bridges changes a couple guys. Face-off, Hellwig controls it back to Young. Young shots again, really fast shot. Gross is down there trying to get the rebound, but gets pushed out. Now Twin Bridges behind the net, passes it up, and intercepted by Gross, who turns around, shoots it, goes wide right. Now Twin Bridges picks up the puck. And there's Gross again, who passes it up to Hellwig. Hellwig gets it into the zone deep. Goes for, oh, no he doesn't. Gross with a little shove into the boards. Now Young again, shot goes wide left. Now Kai sends it towards the center, but it's intercepted by the Twin Bridges. Salmons is there to send it across the ice to Gross. See if Gross can get there and get a shot. Now back to Young again. Nope, Gross is there a little bit. Now across the ice by Twin Bridges. Salmons chases after it. Salmons flips it up the boards. Gross is still on the play. Now to McLaughlin. Gross to McLaughlin. Shot. Young was right there to try to get the rebound, but it ends up pouncing up behind the net. Kai sends it towards the corner. Young's still right there. He's got a shot. Oh, wide left. I think they got a stick on him when he tried to shoot it. Alexander tries to center it to Kai. Now Salmon steps up. He passes it down. Centered, but the Rockets can't connect, and now Twin Bridges is head the other way. Benoit gets a stick on it, sends it outside. They try to center it, but Salmon picks it up in between and sends it behind the net over to Alexander. Alexander flips it up to Kai, but they were able to hold the zone, and that's going to be a high stick on Twin Bridges. .549 left in the second period. High stick is going to send the face-off down to the other side of the ice into the Twin Bridges zone. Jansen, Giorgio, and Parrish in on offense. Benoit and Salmon staying in on defense. Parrish wins the face-off. Shot hard by Benoit, gets deflected out in front. Now Giorgio with the puck, but loses it. Now Twin Bridges have a guy, but we've got two. Salmon steps up, and it's going to be offsides on Twin Bridges because of the Salmon steps up and slowed the puck down just a little bit, so they went offsides. Salmons and Benoit changed lines to bring in Fawless and Wagner. Face-off won by Twin Bridges, and Giorgio gets in the middle of it. Now Giorgio tries to make a move around the guy, but they get a stick on it. Now Twin Bridges back the other way. They just flip it into the zone for Wagner to chase after. He looks to outlet it around the side. Does so. Giorgio now passes over to Jansen. Jansen kicked it a little bit. Good move to keep it in play. Now Giorgio in the corner going after it. Parrish gets shoved down, but I don't think he's going to like that. See what he does. Twin Bridges now skates up. Wagner steps up and keeps the puck from losing the zone, but Twin Bridges sends it back into the neutral zone across the ice. It's going to be icing. And icing's the call with 4:23 left in the second period. Still a 2-0 game. The Rockets have definitely shifted the momentum, but they haven't been able to get any of their goals on inside the net. Akins comes in to take the face-off with Gross. Gardner sends the puck in. Gardner over to Gross. Gross sends it deep. Everybody's on sides. Twin Bridges chases after the puck. Looks like the puck goes under the door where the Zamboni comes out and gets stuck, so they blow it dead with 4:01 left in the second period. Akins on the face-off again. Controlled by Twin Bridges, and then almost Gross. Young skates across and breaks up the Twin Bridges fast break the other way. Now Gross with the puck. He crosses their blue line. Skates around off the boards. He's got Akins in the center. Not a good pass to get across. Gets deflected out in front. Shot goes in front of Mormon. He gets a stick on it. Now Akins picks it up behind the net. He sends it up to Gross on the boards. Gross tries to send it to do the same move he did a second ago, but the Twin Bridges gets a stick on it. The Rockets can't clear the zone. From the point, shot wide right. Now Gardner sends it up the boards, and they lose the zone. Gross was right there. He gets a puck, Sends it back the other way. Passes over to, I think that was Kai. Now Benoit from the point shot and scooped up by the Twin Bridges goalie. That was Downs, I think. I'm sorry, I'm messing up some names today. It's been a little bit since I called it for the team, but it's all right. Benoit and Salmon's in on defense. There's Downs and Hellwig. Downs now tries to center it over to Alexander, but the puck gets stopped in front. Benoit sends it back deep to Hellwig. Hellwig looking to center. He's got Alexander in front of the net. 2:16 left in the period. Salmon sends it over the middle of the ice. Twin Bridges can't get it, no icing. Downs heads after it. Hellwig keeps it in the zone. Now Benoit can't quite hold the line. They've got two guys against Salmons. Salmons gets a stick on it and they send it wide left. Point held by Twin Bridges. Now in front of the net, they get a shot, but it's deflected immediately out in front. Now pass up to Hellwig. Now Alexander has it at center ice. He's skating, getting back checked though, quick. Alexander with no help in the corner. Twin Bridges skates it out. Benoit's right there. But Twin Bridges intercepts it and keeps it inside the zone. Now Salmon steps up. They center it. And Benoit's able to, as he's fallen, and Salmons kicks it into the zone. Benoit was able to get it kicked out to the outside of the boards. Twin Bridges almost offsides. Now Gross with the puck right in front of me. He's looking to pass it. He passes across to Salmons. Salmon's looking to get it up. He skates up, takes the ice. He skates it all the way into the zone. Now Giorgio in front of the net. He immediately shoots. Salmons is right there. Skates in front of the goalie. Goalie took a little bit of hack on Salmons. Now Salmons is drifting up, trying to get in front of the net. And Salmons is going to get called for interference on the goalie. Almost positive that's what's happening. Yeah, he was hacking on the goalie's stick a lot. He pushed the goalie a couple times. And he doesn't know what he did. So Rockets are going to go on a penalty kill here with 13 seconds left in the second period. Let's see if Salmon's got in the goalie's head a little bit there. Face off. Gross with a shot. 10 seconds. Aiken's battling for it. Now Giorgio. And that's going to be the end of the second period. I don't know if it was 5-on-5 or what they called there. Maybe interference doesn't give you a power play. I don't know. That was weird. just blow the puck.
Come on, guys.
Salmons heads back into the box. I guess for only 47 more seconds because that's all they put on the penalty box, or that's all they put on the play. Now Rocket Spring, I guess there's no penalty. They just given Salmons a penalty. Now Alexander passes it up to McLaughlin. McLaughlin loses the puck right at the line. Alexander holds it and lets everybody get on sides. Now he's skating after it. He's trying to get a shot off. He does. Deflected off the left side of the goalie. Now Kai in the corner. Falla steps up. Does a good job of keeping the puck in. Puck drifts back over towards the corner. Paulus pinches up, shot, and glove saved by the Twin Bridges goalie. Salmons is out of the box now. Face off, Parrish wins it, and Gardner loses a skate. Oh, jeez. Gardner heads, it looks like head first into the boards by his own. Did it on his own there. Now Twin Bridges outside, enters the zone. They try to center it. Parrish intercepts it. Now Jansen. Jansen sends it up into the zone. Giorgio right there to Parrish. Parrish shot. Parrish shot, the puck hits the goalie and bounces over his head into the net for a Rockets goal. Rockets turning it around, turning that momentum around. It's been slowly heading back their way. Now they just got to keep it up, make good passes, and get some shots on net. Get another goal here. Face off back to Gardner. He flips it up into the zone. Giorgio's right there on the line. He passes over to Parrish again. He's right there, shot. Oh man, wide right. They had a perfect opportunity there again. Gardner gets checked right in front of me, and they're going to call no penalty. They're going to call ice offsides on the Rockets. Pretty big check though. Salmon's back in on the ice. Aikens on the face-off. Now gets back to Salmons. Puck hand stopped by Gross against the boards with his hand. Passes to himself. Sends it across over to... Now Aikens, Gross. Now Salmon steps up. Salmons tries to get a shot, it goes wide left. Twin Bridges heading back the other way. Salmon's chasing after it. Now pass over to Gross. Gross. Oh, another. Oh, what a shot! It deflected off somebody in the front, but Gross is going to get that one. Rockets get 2 goals pretty quickly here to tie the game. 12:31 left in the game. Rockets now tied up with Twin Bridges. You can see them hanging their heads just a little bit. Aikens now on the face-off with...
That was exciting!
And it looks like they're going to call a penalty on Twin Bridges. Not sure what they called there. Face off one back. Now Gross with it. He flips it into the zone. Twin Bridges picks it up behind their net. Rockets lose the zone. Now Gross gets checked it right in front here. Now Gross again with the puck. He passes it over. Shot from basically the point by Gross, and it bounces off the goalie. Wallace barely can't hold the zone, but keeps the puck in the neutral zone. Gross sends it deep again. Goes for a line change. Now Alexander. He's looking to center it. Now Alexander again. He sends it towards the center. Kai behind the net. Now Twin Bridges heads across the blue line past the red line. Alexander loses an edge right in front. Follis now gets the puck. Could have been called a trip, but they didn't call it. Follis is trying to get a shot here. Oh, and he gets penalty, and they aren't going to call it. They do call the penalty. Let's see if Mormon goes to the bench. Passed up to Kai. Kai now to back to Alexander. And then the penalty is going to be called on Twin Bridges. I wonder if they got a. I don't know if he got a 2 and 10. There's no penalty on the box. There's a guy in the penalty box, but there's no penalty on the board. We're still playing 5-on-5. Aikens with the face-off. It gets sent back to Gardner. Gardner flips it up past the blue line. Now Gardner again. Nope, loses it. Now Young tries to get a stick on it. Twin Bridges gets through. It's deflected off in front by Mormon. And now Twin Bridges gets it again at the point. They shoot it again. Hits a bunch of people out in front, but doesn't get to the net. Puck floating all around, all over the place. A couple shots on net, blocked. And now the Rockets come out with it. Back to the point again. And Mormon's able to fall on that and keep it from going on in the net. Good job by Mormon there. All kinds of bodies flying all over the place. Not sure what was going on. So that's going to give the opportunity to get 5 new guys on the ice for both teams. Or 5 for the Rockets and 2 for Twin Bridges. .938 left in the third period here today. Face-off, Salmons. Now Parrish picks it up. He sends it around the boards. Benoit now downs there. And then the puck ends up going all the way to the other side of the ice for an icing on the Rockets. Benoit, Salmons, Parrish, Downs, and Jansen in on the play. Face-off won by Parrish. And the kids get it face-offs. Face-offs. Benoit steps up but can't quite get it out of the zone. Salmon's now behind the net. He's looking to skate it out. He passes it up to Parrish. Parrish skates around, gets it into the zone, holds it up, sends it over to Salmons. Salmons shoots it wide right. Then centered again. Parrish passes it up. Puck's right in front. for Downs to go after it. Now Perry sends it back into the zone. Jansen's there. In front of the net, Rockets, Downs. Oh, no. And they call a tripping on Salmons. I thought Salmons got tripped, but it looks like he did the tripping. That's going to give the Twin Bridges a power play with 8:28 left in the game. Salmons in the box for 1:30 for tripping when it kind of appeared like he got tripped. We'll have to look at the replay and let me know. Face off. Twin Bridges from their point. They send it against the boards. McLaughlin now Fallis right in front. He flips it into the zone to clear everybody out. Twin Bridges back the other way, but Fallis is right there. Can't quite control the puck. Now Twin Bridges sends it deep. Mormon kind of slows the puck down. Now McLaughlin sends it into the neutral zone. Alexander almost got a fast break there. Now Wagner steps up. He sends it into the zone. 44 seconds left in the power of his penalty kill. Twin Bridges back with it again. They send it across the ice. Fallis gets a stick on it though. Fallis sends it back the other way. Twin Bridges at the red line. And now McLaughlin's got the puck intercepted. He's going after it. He tries to get a shot. There was a lot of sticks in his way though. A lot of back check sticks. Now Fallis at the point. The Rockets have to clear the zone. Fallis sends it across the ice and goes for a line. Starts to go for a line change, but then he saw the play developing. And that's going to be offsides on Twin Bridges. With 7:09 left in the third period, 11 seconds left in the power play. Gross and Reilman in on offense with Young and Gardner in on defense. Twin Bridges sends the puck more into the zone of the Rockets. The Rockets able to get it out again. Salmons almost comes in and checks the immediate check. Young sends it in deep. Salmons is skating hard. Yeah! I guess Salmons is on offense now. I didn't catch that. Goal by Reilman is going to bring the Rockets up 3-2 with 6:26 left in the game. They got to keep up the pressure. Rockets go with the new line because they were pretty tired there. Kai Helwig with the face-off win. Wagner chases after it. Him and Fallis in on defense. Giorgio, the other winger there, besides Kai and Helwig. Pass sent up. Giorgio sends it over to Kai. He sends it deep into the zone. Twin Bridges skates around. The Rockets reset. Giorgio now with the puck. He skates around. Shot. And it's... deflected out in front. Now Giorgio again. Over to Gardner. Gardner, he passes it deep to Downs. Downs tries to get a shot. I think it was deflected. Now Falls at the point. He holds his own, but then Twin Bridges is right there to kick it back in. Helwig skates after it. He turns, reverses direction. Now Fallis is right there. I know he's going to skate this out. No offsides. Now Giorgio's shot. Goalie tries to get a little bit of a shot on Giorgio while he's heading around the net for no reason. 5:12 left in the third period. Parrish in on the face-off here with Jansen, Aiken, Salmons back on defense, and Benoit. Face-off, Parrish to Salmons. Salmons sends it towards the back of the net. Not a real shot, I don't think. The Rockets center it. Parrish able to send it back deep again. Now the Rockets right in front of the net. There's a shot. It's deflected. Parrish back to Benoit. Benoit sends it back to Parrish. To Benoit. Benoit shot. Deflected behind the goalie. Now Salmons has it. Parrish able to keep the puck inside the zone. He's trying to get it. He does a little backhand shot. And they're going to call... I don't know what they called exactly, but there's a face-off, probably just a cover, I guess. Face-off, McLaughlin, he wins it, sends it back to Young, who rips one fast. Glove saved by the Twin Bridges goalie. .429 left in the period. Face-off, controlled by Twin Bridges. Rockets send it back into the zone, though. Rockets have Alexander in front of the net. Now he goes after it. Now McLaughlin with the shot, wide left. Twin Bridges trying to get it out. And the puck ends up in the goalie's hand for a cover. 3:59 left in the game. Rockets bring in Rauman, Gross, and Hellwig. Young and Gardner in on defense. Hellwig on the face-off. He sends it back into the zone a little deeper. They rile it around. Young's right there to hold it in. Didn't catch that on camera very well. Now Gross in the corner, and he loses the puck. Oh, deflected out in front by Rauman. Rauman's shot and saved by the goalie. Back to Gross. Gross to Young. Young passes it back into the zone. Or passes it deep into the boards, I mean. And now Young's right there again. Hellwig in the corner. It's pushed into the boards. Now Twin Bridges sends it back the other way with 3:10 left. Gross knocks it down with his hand, passes it to himself, heads across the blue line. He's got this. He tries to center it, but it bounces off the skate of Twin Bridges. Young steps up, keeps it in the zone, and then rifles one that gets deflected out in front. Now Twin Bridges behind their net. Follison on defense. He holds his own and tries to flips it back into Gross. Gross now passes over to Hellwig. Hellwig right in the slot, but then gets tripped or falls down really. Now Follis has it. Follis rifles one up, but it gets deflected in front by a stick. Hellwig. Puck's right in front of the net. Now Wagner steps up from the point, keeps it in the zone, gets it back to Gross. Back to Wagner. Back to Gross. Gross now on the slot. Gross with the shot, and it goes right on net, and the goalie covers. 2:16 left in the third period. Giorgio, Akins, and Cayenne on offense. Wagner, Follison on defense. Twin Bridges, one too many guys, takes one off. Face off, sent back into the corner. Aiken is right in front of the net. Wagner right there sends it towards the net again. Aikens gets a shot. It's deflected and then covered by the goalie. Aikens on the faceoff. He sends it back to Wagner. Wagner rips one through and gets through and goes wide right. Deflected a couple times though. And then the Rockets lose the zone. Wagner chases after it. Going to be no icing. Passed up to Giorgio. Giorgio into the zone. Giorgio's got sends it deep. Giorgio with the pass. Now Wagner shoots one. Oh, it gets through, but then bounces off. It was the post or a skate or something, and goes out in front where Wagner's there in the neutral zone. Now Twin Bridges at the center line. They shoot it towards the net, and it goes wide left. Now Aikens. 1 minute left. You think they're going to pull their goalie. And they're going to call icing on the Rockets. Salmons and Benoit come in on defense with Parrish, Jansen, and Alexander. .54 seconds left in the game. Last few minutes have been super exciting. Salmons gets a stick on it. Now from the point, Jansen right there with the puck. He sends it up. Parrish is right there. He goes after. He's going to beat him. Now Twin Bridges is heading the other way. Salmons pushes him outside. Benoit's there to help. They hold the zone though and send it deep, or send it across the net. Now Salmons is there. He flips it across to Parrish. What a pass. Parrish after it. He has Jansen. And there's no goalie. They did finally pull their goalie. And that's going to be a hook on 4 seconds left, and Jansen's going to get called with the hook. Probably a good play there because they had a pretty good clear shot at breakaway to the goal. So I'm going to call that a good play by Jansen to hold that whole thing up from even getting close. But now we do have a 6-on-4, so the Rockets have 4 seconds. Salmons comes in on offense, it looks like. And there's a timeout called by what looks like to be Twin Bridges. Come in 6 strong. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 against Rockets 4 for 4.7 seconds. Giorgio is in on the face-off here. He wins the face-off, sends it back. Salmons is in the corner. They send it around. And that's going to end the game with the Rockets win. Great game. I'm not going to be in Springfield tomorrow. I will be here tomorrow night. Not here, but I will be online tomorrow night for the Parkway Central B-League game. And then you'll also see some 10U games this weekend if you're interested. Talk to everyone soon.